Bruno to put the ball back with his head like he did. I don't know, but that's embarrassing from a Virgil van Dijk point of view.
It is. You know what, Jules? Because he is so good, when he plays that way and it doesn't come off, it looks terrible. When it goes right, he is so cool. He can ping the ball about. Everything about him is outstanding. But when he's off it, like today, just a little, lapse in concentration, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Ali, let's do the nuts and bolts on the handball then. So as you were alluding to in commentary, the law is if it touches his hand because he's the goal scorer, it doesn't matter. The question mark is to whether or not it was conclusive. And I guess there's an argument that it's slightly embarrassing because if there is technology that exists, which we've seen, that shows it did touch his hand, then what's the point of VAR if technology exists but they're not able to use it?
No, I get that, Steve. So my question would be is how long did it take the television companies to find that super slow-mo that has conclusively proved it? Because from our visit to Stockley Park a few weeks ago, that time pressure you're under is a very real thing. And if it's going to take 5 minutes to find that super slow-mo,
But then that doesn't stop them spending 5 minutes to find an offside sometimes, does it? You're right, though. That's the difference.
If anybody's got to get it right, surely the VAR have got everything that we need. They've got everything that nobody else can see. So why wouldn't they shout out? I don't know. Well, we didn't see it. We didn't get all the footage that VAR have got, of course. But from what we see, which is a couple of angles, I didn't see the ball deviate. That's what I didn't see. I didn't see the ball deviate.
It was definitely minimal.
but what are we saying? I mean, I guess that you're right. The nub of the argument is if we're going to use video technology, then we have to get the decision right, regardless of how long that takes. So we're saying we're happy to wait then. We're happy to wait 3, 4, 5 minutes to find that super slow-mo, to definitively prove that, so we can rule that goal out.
To which the answer is probably no from most people, isn't it?
By the way, here's another one for you two as fantasy football managers, right? And particularly you, Jules. So I think Bruno Fernandes gets that in fantasy football as an assist. But does he get it in real football?
No, he's not been given it. He's not been given it.
I think you should not get it in fantasy football.
No, I agree,
I've been
Jules.
saying it for many years now.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
would agree, but
necessary.
he's my captain, Jules. So I agree.
He's also nice, so he certainly should have got it right. Thank you very much, you two. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 0, half-time, second half commentary to come all over at the King Power in the WSL Sahel side.
Yes, it ended Leicester 1, Chelsea 3. Chelsea too strong in the first half as they secure the points required for Champions League football next season. Sam Kerr, she opened the scoring, and with that goal she became Chelsea's all-time WSL top scorer with 64, passing Frank Kirby's 63. Lauren James, she grabbed the other two. She nicked one back for Leicester, and they played with renewed belief in the second half as they prepare for a playoff game against Charlton later this month. Full time, Leicester 1, Chelsea 3.
The Champions Cup semi-final rugby on Sports Extra is excellent. Bordeaux Bath, Chris Jones.
Bordeaux 24, Bath 19. Bath have scored first in the second half. They took ages going through the phases, but Hennessy got over. Now Jalabert is stepping. The brilliant French fly half, then he loses it. Was that advantage over? No, so Bordeaux are going to have a penalty, Steve. A chance to extend their... Bath 19 as we edge towards the hour mark.
It's such a good game. Commentary, as I say, right now on 5 Sports Extra. Right, reaction on the way to Bournemouth 3, Crystal Palace 0 in the Premier League. Also to what's been happening this afternoon in the Women's Super League. Manchester City beating Liverpool by a goal to 0. Big step toward the title. And that Scottish Premiership result that we had earlier today. It is advantage Celtic now at the top of the table after a late goal from Kelechi Iheanacho give them a 2-1 victory over Hibs, with Hearts Rangers to come on 5 Live tomorrow night. Plus more snooker, and we'll be in Miami ahead of the Grand Prix, which is live on 5 Live at 6 o'clock, all after the news with Carl Hartley.
The voice of the UK.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Thanks, Steve. Sir Alex Ferguson has been taken to hospital after feeling unwell at Old Trafford ahead of this afternoon's game between United and Liverpool. It's understood the 84-year-old was treated by medics as a precaution and it wasn't an emergency situation. Club officials say they're optimistic he'll soon be fit enough to return home. Next, a man and a woman have died, and 3 people, including a child, have been taken to hospital following a suspicious house explosion in Bristol. A major incident has been declared by Avon and Somerset Police, but they tell us that they're not treating the explosion as terrorism. A boy has died after being hit by a falling tree in Stafford. It happened yesterday evening. A minute's silence has been held at all Stafford and District Sunday Football League matches in his memory. And 2 women thought to be from Sudan have died this morning while attempting to cross the channel in a small boat. Around 80 other migrants were rescued after their dinghy ran aground in northern France.
Europe's elite club competition.
The Champions League on BBC Radio 5 Live. On Tuesday at 8.
Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid.
Alvarez, right-footed.
And on Wednesday at 8.
Bayern Munich.
There's a lot of chances. We have still time to.
Live Sports.
The Champions League semi-finals.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is 5 Live Premier League Sunday.
With Steve Crossman.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Manchester United 2, Liverpool 0, half-time in the Premier League. Second half commentary on the way. Rochdale have just scored a second. They lead Scunthorpe United National League playoff semi-final. This is for the right to meet Boreham Wood in the final after they won 2-1 at Carlisle earlier after extra time. Back into the Premier League, finished Bournemouth 3, Crystal Palace 0 in our earlier commentary. Let's hear from the Palace manager.
With them, right, and then it's not so easy to get the right. Rich and especially the Premier League, and here playing against Bournemouth, they are in the flow in the Premier League, and they are fresh. They have 10 days to prepare, and we're arriving from one of our biggest games so far in this season. And yeah, we didn't want that this happens, but it happened. Is what we have to accept. I think I'm fine with the second half. Second half was better. I have seen 2 teams more or less on the same standard. First half, no, we're not ready for this game today, but the players wanted, but it didn't just work.
Fair to say that the focus now is on European competition as opposed to qualification?
Yes, to be honest, yes, we have to. So again, we made the 3 subs that were planned, that all the ones who played and had a very high load on Thursday, that they played just 45 minutes to stay in the rhythm, but not taking any risk. That's why we decided to play with these teams, and yeah, again, it is. We have to set the focus now, and then when you are close to play a European final, that was, I think, maybe the biggest achievement in Crystal Palace history. Then I think it would be, let's say, stupid if we don't prioritize this game.
Oliver Glasner speaking to Henry Moran. Once we're done with the football on 5 Live this afternoon, we'll be bringing you the Miami Grand Prix in full at 6 o'clock. It is set up fascinatingly, Harry Benjamin.
It certainly is. Uncertainty hangs over us here in Miami due to the weather. We've moved the race 3 hours earlier than scheduled, so our alarm clocks went off a little earlier than planned, but we're all here and ready. Dry conditions at the moment. It's not actually because of the wet weather that we're expecting, which is why we moved it. It's because of lightning, which is why we might have a few issues. If lightning's detected within 8 miles of the track, everyone has to seek shelter and wait half an hour to resume. That's local law here. So we're hoping to get off at 1 o'clock local time, and it's Kimi Antonelli on pole position, and he's been flying.
Harry, thank you very much. The commentary here on 5 Live once we are done with the football at the Crucible. The final of the World Snooker Championship continues. Jamie Broughton.
And we're watching Wu Yuza take on Sean Murphy. The Chinese star went 3-0 up early on as Murphy failed to settle. But the 2005 champion then got going, and he fought back in real style with breaks of 85, 98, 77 and 109 to lead 4-3. We're now into the final frame of this opening session of play, and Yuza's looking favourite to win it. He's made a 65 break, and Murphy now needs snookers. 18 is the target to be grand champion.
You can watch that on BBC One. County cricket ongoing. Kevin Howes is at Taunton today.
Yeah, it's been a busy couple of hours actually this afternoon in Division 1. Yorkshire now sitting at 262 for 6. Joe Root earlier out for 64. This score in their second innings is a lead of 150 runs over Somerset. Two teams following on. Hampshire at 27 for 1, trail Glamorgan by 295 runs. Defending champions Notts at Leicestershire following on, 131 for 5. They trail by 51 runs, and a big lead for Surrey over Sussex. Surrey now 622 all out. That's the lead over Sussex first innings of 264 runs.
Kevin, thank you very much indeed. You can follow that on BBC Sounds. Some news from senior football correspondent Sammy Mockbell. Eddie Howe looks set to lead Newcastle into next season after talks with the club's Saudi Arabian leadership. Head coach and the club are agreed on the future after the annual summit in Northumberland this week. Watford have sacked Ed Still after less than 3 months in charge. True Love won the 1,000 guineas at Newmarket. England captain Nat Sciver-Brunt has been ruled out of the 3-match ODI series against New Zealand, which starts next Sunday. It's a precautionary measure due to a minor tear in her calf. Let's get some more reaction to Manchester City's victory over Liverpool in the WSL earlier. Big one as they search for their first title in 10 years. They won 1-0. Here's manager Andrea Yeglitz.
I think we struggled, especially first half, but I think second half is better. We created a couple of chances that we probably could have gotten more out of, and their goalkeeper is doing some great saves. But there is also something about this group that no matter what, they keep on believing, they keep on pushing and finding a way to win, and it's that says something about good teams.
That's Andrea Yeglitz. So City 6 points clear of second place, Chelsea 1 to play, 11 clear of Arsenal in third. They though have 3 games in hand on City. So if Arsenal fail to beat Brighton on Wednesday, Manchester City will be champions for the first time since 2016. You're up today and we're ready to go for the second half at Old Trafford. Ali.
Thank you, Steve. Manchester United have just come sprinting back onto the pitch at Old Trafford. Another massive roar for that. They are making a change at half-time. Sesko's coming off, Amad Diallo is coming on. Liverpool's players were already on the field a couple of minutes before Manchester United got there. That would suggest a flea in the ear at half-time from the manager, Arne Slot. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 0, and we saw some half-time pictures of Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush sitting side by side, who had been a fearsome prospect against Manchester United back in the day, both claiming handball for the Sesko goal, which has put Manchester United 2-0 in front. Mo Salah is sitting about 3-4 rows diagonally down beneath us. Goodness me, Liverpool could do with his goal-scoring form. And Boomer's getting an early shot in the second half. That is blocked by Robertson, and it goes behind for a corner to Manchester United. Welcome to the second half, Dion Dublin.
Thank you very much, Ali. Yeah, I think...
very nicely indeed in the first half. But Manchester United comfortable in the game so far, looking to make it 3 Premier League wins in a row this afternoon. And Bumo with a deep corner towards the far post. Maguire is up and heads it down and wide. Well wide of the target, but Maguire's annoyed with himself. He didn't get that back across goal and cause more of a problem. So Manchester United have Lomans in goal, Dallo, Maguire, Heaven, Shaw, Casemiro and Mainu, and Bumo, Fernandes, Cunha and now Ahmad as their 11 starting this second half. They're in the red shirts, white shorts, black socks, and they're playing from right to left towards the Stretford end. Casemiro nearly lost it inside his own half, managed to win it back. Bruno Fernandes, clever little touch, moves away from the tackle. Ahmad is there on the right, back heels it to Fernandes, dummies the first time ball and instead passes it back to his fellow Portuguese Dallo. And Liverpool, we saw Ungamoa going through a strenuous warm-up at half-time, and Milos Kerkez as well. But their bench is incredibly callow. Armin Pesci is the goalkeeping backup. Manchester United have given the ball away. Soboslai is running forward. Gakpo getting ahead of him. Still Soboslai moving into shooting space and sliding past Lomans deliciously into the bottom corner. He points to the Liverpool fans who are in raptures away to the right-hand side. And Manchester United rocked at the start of the second half. Manchester United 1, Liverpool 2.
Yeah, that's United. They've come out slowed it down and they tried to play good passes in midfield. I'm looking onto the pitch now and Ahmad has got his hand raised as if to say sorry about the pass, but his pass was cross field when he should have gone big all the way to the left wing to Cunha. Tried a clever pass across the pitch, didn't work. Szoboszlai onto it, 3 and 4 touches into the Man United box, and we know how potent he can be. Great finish. Now we've got game on.
We do. 13th goal of the season for Dominic Szoboszlai. 6 of those in the Premier League. He's on the ball again for Liverpool. The off-white chain strip, black shorts, red trim, white socks, black tops. Foul here on Frimpong, who was running at Shaw down the right-hand side, and Liverpool sensing the momentum in the game. Shaw picks up a yellow card. Manchester United have had to make the change at half-time, and suddenly the game feels a little bit different.
Absolutely. I mean, Man United really need to keep this momentum going. Liverpool didn't want any encouragement at all. Now they've got the encouragement. They've got the goal from their player of the season, for me, Szoboszlai, and now they're getting themselves more and more half chances. Players are coming forward, Canate and Virgil van Dijk in the box. Robertson's got to in-swing this one with pace.
Rochdale 2, Scunthorpe 0. Well into the second half that game. Commentary on Sports Extra 3. So Rochdale heading towards the National League playoff final, where they will face Boreham Wood. Free kick for Liverpool. They're back in the game. United 2, Liverpool 1. I'll run you through the Liverpool 11 in just a second. Robertson with the free kick, left-footed, heading towards the back post beyond Van Dijk, who looks at the referee in disgust. Good old tussle and wrestle between Van Dijk and Maguire, the two giant centre-backs who both cost their clubs an awful lot of money. Rocks at the back for both teams. So Liverpool have Freddie Woodman in goal, Curtis Jones, Canate, Van Dijk and Robertson, Gravenberg, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Frimpong, Gakpo and Veert. And I'll read you the Liverpool bench in just a second, but Manchester United guilty of giving the ball away again. And now Frimpong's been tackled by Ahmad. That's another foul, another free kick for Liverpool on the right.
Yeah, in exactly the same place as well. It's level with the 18-yard box, out wide. This is going to be another in-swinger from Andy Robertson. Liverpool fans will start singing his game again. And that's just because Man United are trying to play too clever. In the first half, if it wasn't on to play out from the back, they'd miss the press out and they'd go long because Šeško was on, and they could get flick-ons and they could get off the big man. Now they can't. 2 dangerous free kicks in a row.
Manchester United under a little bit of pressure. They've only won one of their last 7 league games against Liverpool at Old Trafford. And Liverpool sense there's something in it for them now at the start of this second half. Robertson, another in-swinger. Gakpo jumps, tries to win the header. Manchester United get enough bodies in the way. Cunha lobs it gently forward to Mbumo, lets it bounce. Dummies a pass forward. Frimpong backs off. Robertson is back there, gets a foot in, wins it for Liverpool. Szoboszlai is on the ball. Tries a clever little trick to beat 2 men on the halfway line. He's lost it. Manchester United looking to get Ahmad away down the right-hand side. If he can catch that pass, he can't. That will be a goal kick to Liverpool. So, yeah, 21-year-old goalkeeper Pesci, who's never played for the team on the bench. So you've got Joe Gomez, Milos Kerkez and Federico Chiesa, who are sort of recognised first-team players. Then Trey Nioni, 19-year-old Kieran Morrison, who's played twice this season, both of those in the cup competition. 17-year-old Ria Ungamoa, El Hadji Mortala Njai, an 18-year-old Senegalese centre-back, and Will Wright, an 18-year-old striker who joined from Salford City in the summer. So it's fair to say the Liverpool squad is stretched at the moment, but here they come, and it's Gakpo speeding forward. Szoboszlai in support on the right-hand side, slides the pass looking for Frimpong, nearly comes back to Szoboszlai from the Shaw interception, but Shaw gets a second chance, passes to Mainu. Mainu onto Ahmad. Wide right is Bruno in his baggy white shorts, long sleeves, red Manchester United shirt. Casemiro involved in the centre circle, played 7 minutes of the second half, gripping game this one. Manchester United leading Liverpool 2-1, Bournemouth have already beaten Palace 3-0. Villa Spurs kicks off at 7 o'clock. Maguire, hefty challenge on Gakpo, got the ball. Gakpo goes flying over the trailing leg. Liverpool back in possession though. McAllister walking forward in the centre circle, trying to beckon teammates forward with him. Robertson to Weerts. Weerts back to Robertson. He immediately receives the ball again, the German international, and is looking to make something happen. Dances into a pass here and whips it back to Canate. Canate pushes it to his left to Jones. Back to Canate again. Manchester United move in towards the Frenchman. Cross it comes to Van Dijk. Dion Dublin.
Yeah, neither of these sides want to play the game slowly because they're not very good at it. It means that the other team can get themselves all set up, and when you have that scenario, you've got to have very, very good footballers with good vision. Neither of these sides want it slow. They need it quick, they need it pacey, they need it organised, they need to create chances.
That's why we love it. Long, high ball forward. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, brings it down brilliantly. Crosses in and boom! Oh, it hits the post. That would have been one of the goals of the season. The skill, the invention, the imagination, the high ball. And Bruno Fernandes. It's a difficult skill that. Over your shoulder, dropping from a height, killed it stone dead. The pass just behind Mbumo, and he went for that little back heel finish, and it nearly found the far corner.
Yeah, it nearly did. And you know what? That would have been the assist of all assists, let me tell you. That would have been what a touch from Bruno Fernandes over his right shoulder. He kills it dead in front of him. Honestly, Ali, there's not many of us that can do that, let me tell you.
That's what you were saying in the first half about the kind of assist he wants.
Absolutely.
To equal the record and break the record. Something special.
He doesn't want a half assist. He doesn't want to be given an assist. No. He wants to make an assist. He wants it to make it work. And that there, pure quality. And Bruno trying that little, letting it go past him, in behind him, and then using a back flick to try and score. It's in the outside of the post.
Check it out, match of the day. BBC One 10:30. Highlights from the WSL will follow that. BBC One 11:35. Manchester United leading Liverpool 2-1. Szoboszlai with the early goal back for Liverpool in the second half. It's their fans you can hear singing away to our right in the East Stand at the moment. Liverpool have the ball just outside their own penalty area. Van Dijk caresses a pass into central midfield. Konate forward now to Frimpong. Back to Gravenberg. Gravenberg brought into the team today. Alexander Isak, one of those missing as McAllister strokes a pass to his left to Robertson. Gakpo darts into the penalty area.
Coccolatos, Mamma Lazatos. Indonesia itu menarik ya. Orang-orangnya tuh senang banget saling sapa. Seperti setiap dari mereka.
Down, narrow headband, tying the long hair tight to his head. Frimpong passes back to Konate, long strides from the centre-back, forward here to Wirtz, who's found some space, onto Szoboszlai, 25 yards out, Wirtz is there again, shoots first time low, wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. Much better from Liverpool in this second half.
I mean, Liverpool now getting the chance to get their head up and play the game. Man United are nowhere near the intensity as the first half. Liverpool being able to get their head up in the middle of the park. Szoboszlai there picking out Wirtz. Tries a speculative shot from side foot shot from 25 yards. Never got a trouble Lomans in the goal there, but Liverpool are coming into this game slightly taking.
Oh, Lawrence gives it away. Szoboszlai's lay off. 2-2. Gakpo scored. Manchester United have given Liverpool an absolute dip. What was Lawrence thinking there? Liverpool clinical when the moment came, but they will not get an easier goal than that. They were 2-0 down at half-time and out of this game. All of a sudden, 10 minutes gone in the second half. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2.
Yeah, don't try and be too clever. You've got the lead, you've got the 2-goal lead. If the press is there, if the press is set, why try and force it? Go long, miss out the press. It doesn't really pay to want to look the best side when you've got a team like Liverpool who are hurting from the first half and they want to get back in this game. They've come out with a purpose, and the purpose at the moment is they've got a point.
So Manchester United kick us off again, back to Lomans. This time he does go long, headed away by Van Dijk towards Wirtz, onto Gakpo, couldn't control it. Maguire's high ball down the right, controlled by Mbumo, will keep this in play. All of a sudden, Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. A point enough for Manchester United to secure Champions League football for next season. But that's not the point. They were 2-0 up and well in control of this game. There's Lomans straight ball, intercepted by Wirtz, onto Szoboszlai. Presence of mind just to lay it off. Coolly finished by Gakpo. Mainu looking for the 1-2 here with Cunha. Cunha got the touch, but Szoboszlai has the ball. It's beyond Wirtz. Evan intercepts that. On the left wing for Manchester United, attacking position. Tumbling down the slope he goes with Szoboszlai, but Liverpool right into this game now. How about Bordeaux Bath in his second semi-final of Rugby Union's Champions Cup? Chris Jones.
Off thread. Bordeaux scored the try that might seal it. Alia might send them to Bilbao. Bordeaux for
31, Bath 19, Tamafuna crashes over, Yule's in the sin bin. It's a long way back for Bath now into the final 10. Bordeaux's lead is 12 points, 31-19.
Commentary continues on the Sports Extra, 5 Live, big sound of the World Service, live at a rocking Old Trafford. Manchester United 2 Liverpool 2. United fans feel Casemiro should have had a free kick, didn't get it. Jones' ball through. Frimpong is blocked, that's no free kick. The headband's come off. He's rolling around, writhing around on the Old Trafford turf. Stays down, Manchester United keep playing. Maguire's ball wide to Bruno Fernandes. First touch again, left-footed cross from Bumo first time. Very difficult effort, high and over the bar and behind for a goal kick. What a game of football!
Wow! The pace of this game is outstanding. It really is. I mean, Liverpool wanted a free kick on Frimpong because he was going through. Got a little nudge from Shaw there, then honestly the crossfield ball to Bruno, who's now on the left wing instead of being on the right wing. And then Bruno in the box just couldn't get his finish right, he put it over the bar. But this is proper derby football. Nobody is really taking control. It's just all over the place, chance after chance. And here comes a sub.
Yeah, change being made by Liverpool. Kirkes coming on for Robertson. Nerves jangling for Rochdale. Declan Howard scored with 9 minutes to play. Rochdale 2, Scunthorpe 1. Rochdale, who finished second in the table, scored that goal against York that they thought had taken them to promotion to the Football League. Pitch invasion followed. York got the late equaliser. That's why Rochdale are in the playoffs. They're at home. They lead Scunthorpe 2-1. Closing stages on Sports Extra 3. Do not go anywhere with this one. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. Dion Dublin for company. Couple of seasons here as a Manchester United player. Over 100 goals in top-flight football in England. Golden Boot winner in 1998. An award he shared with Michael Owen and Chris Sutton, as I remember. And England caps to his name as well. And Dion's going to be a part of our coverage for the World Cup in the USA this summer, which is great news too. Frimpong's back heel, can't keep the ball in play. Throw in for Manchester United, left-hand side, half an hour to play. You sense it's going to be an absolute barnstorm.
Yeah, and you know what? United have come out and honestly, it's kind of roles reversed. United are playing slow, trying to find a way through the centre of the pitch, and Liverpool have said, right, hold it a minute, you did that to us in the first half, we're not going to allow you to do it. And Liverpool on the front foot. Man United trying to find a way now. Liverpool look a lot more comfortable.
Kirkes on for Robertson for Liverpool. Here come Manchester United. Heaven trying to fire one through to Mbeumo. Didn't quite reach him. Maguire's got the long ball covered. Nods it down into the Manchester United half. Bruno Fernandes nips in, gets there ahead of Gakpo. Side puts it back to Lomans. Liverpool fans give him plenty. Ball at his feet inside the penalty area. He'll be feeling absolutely dreadful at the Freddie Woodman. What a big day it is for him. Well, Senna Lomans, only his second experience of a Manchester United-Liverpool game, and that moment in the second half he will not look back on fondly. The ball comes back to Harry Maguire, who scored the late winner for Manchester United at Anfield back in October. United won 2-1 there. They were 2-0 up here. This is 2-2. Cunha back to Shaw. Shaw controls with his left boot and comes back to Heaven.
Yeah, I remember being sat down with a mate of mine, Sean Dyche, who's a world-renowned manager now, saying, I said to him, so what's your way? How do you play? How do you set it in teams? He said, Dion, if there's a high press, I'll go long. If there's no high press, I'll just try and play out from the back. Don't try and do things difficult. If you can play out comfortably. And that's what United should have. You've got to know, play the right game at the right time.
Dallo bringing it forward for Manchester United. Fernandes wide on the right from deep. Flick from Casemiro. Ahmad keeps the ball for United. He's moving away from goal. Fernandes again, just very laconically strokes a pass to Mainu into the feet of Mbeumo. Holds his man off. Canate gave him a little shove, but Aidan Heaven is on the ball. Confident player with the ball at his feet. Mainu prods one into space. Mbeumo runs onto it. Back to Cunha. Back towards the halfway line, and Maguire short to his right to Fernandes. Fernandes infield to Mainu. Jumps away from the Gravenberg challenge. McAllister comes in, makes the tackle for Liverpool. Side foots a pass to Soboslai. Outside of his right foot from the Hungarian. Finds Frimpong. And Frimpong is getting away down the right. Early ball, looks like a good one here. Manchester United want an offside flag. Wirtz lays it back to Gakpo, who shoots. That's deflected. Goes behind for the corner. And the flag stays down.
And rightly so, because Frimpong actually passed that ball in behind the Manchester United defence. Gakpo held his run, he didn't go too early, it bent into him, missed him out. And Wirtz was at the far post and the shot from Gakpo was deflected over, but they are getting forward in numbers, clean shirts everywhere, looking energetic, looking very positive as well. And Man United are the ones that are looking like, how has this happened?
Yeah, there's some story if Liverpool come back to win. We were talking before the game about Arne Slot needing a statement win at the moment. He could become the first Liverpool manager to win his first 2 league games away to Manchester United. Last season they won here 3-0, but you think how long this has been going as a league fixture. Remarkable that that's never been done before. These two first met April 1894 in a Division 1 to a Division 2 playoff game when Manchester United were called Newton Heath. They were relegated, Liverpool won the game and they were promoted, and now it's 2-2 in the Premier League in 2026. Soberslai's corner, Gakpo jumps, it's headed away. The ball bounces down in front of Curtis Jones. Very difficult to call which way this one's going to go now. Soberslai swinging, cross into the box, headed down towards goal by Van Dijk. No one can get on.
Save time creating content and generate a high-quality clone of your...
5 Live from 6 o'clock this evening, and then 6:06 will follow that. The number to dial is 08085 909 693. Casemiro's ball has found Mbumo. Saving challenge from Kirkes, came flying in from the right-hand side. The flag stayed down. There were 2 Manchester United players totally unmarked and seemingly onside.
Yeah, Casemiro picked out, I think it was Cunha, no it wasn't, it was Mbumo actually, and Brumo's touch was a little bit too strong. It's a pity really, because Man United had a 2-on-1 on Curtis Jones, but Kirkes came from nowhere with his pace and his energy, because he had nothing to do with the first half, and he's on, and he has saving challenge.
If that ball comes to Bruno Fernandes, I reckon he makes the right touch.
Yeah, he probably does as well. He does everything else right, doesn't he? So it wouldn't surprise me if he got his first touch right.
19 minutes gone, second half, 2-2. A couple of brilliant commentaries on the way tomorrow as well. 5 Live Sport on air from 2:30. Chelsea, Nottingham Forest in the Premier League kicks off at 3. We've got full commentary of Hearts Rangers at 5:30. Updates of Everton, Manchester City into the Monday Night Club hosted by Mark Chapman from 7:30 tomorrow night. Tuesday night it is Arsenal Atletico, second leg of the Champions League. Wednesday night we're in Munich for Bayern against Paris Saint-Germain. Thursday night we're at Villa Park, full commentary of Villa Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace also trying to reach a European final. They're at home to Shakhtar with a 3-1 lead. And then Friday night, and I know we're looking way ahead here, the Premier League kick-off show is in Manchester for a sort of boxing football preview double-up ahead of Fabio Wardley against Daniel Dubois. You can hear commentary of that fight, 5 Live, next Saturday night. Curtis Jones trying to dribble out of trouble. Casemiro throws everything at that. Jones backs away. Casemiro gets the ball and it goes out for a throw-in.
Big smile on Curtis Jones' face there. He knew never run it, but he could see Casemiro coming away from his defender, and he just ran into Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones just laughed as if to say, I'm glad I didn't go for that one.
Full time in the Super League, Toulouse have beaten Hull FC by 12 points to 4. Bordeaux-Bath continues. Commentary over on Sports Extra in Rugby Union's Champions Cup. McAllister driving forward for Liverpool. Dalot comes to meet him. He passes out to Kirkes. Kirkes, high cross to the far post. Frimpong volleys it, catches it on his knee, his shin, something like that, and slices it wide. And behind for the goal kick. I keep looking at the stopwatch because I want this game to slow down a little. I'm enjoying it so much, Neil.
I mean, we're 20 minutes already in the second half.
I know.
It's just gone so quickly, this game, because there's so much going on. The pace of the game's great.
Lawrence clears with his right foot, taking no chances this time. Not a great ball. Van Dijk heads it forward. Wiertz controls, celebrating his 23rd birthday today. Growing into his role for Liverpool. Here's Jones. Frimpong ahead of him down the right. Soberslai gets involved. Plays it back to Jones. Falls back towards the halfway line. Goes right again to Soberslai. Back to Jones. Kirkes starts to make a run in from the left. Jones holds onto it. Short pass to Gravenberg, holds off Fernandes, might have overrun it. Cunha in with a challenge. Yeah, that will be a free kick. Cunha complains about that. He went in, then sort of pulled out of the tackle, but was there enough contact?
Well, I actually thought there was enough contact there, but
yeah, I'm
going to look at the replay.
Let's have a look. I think that is a foul.
Yeah, there's contact there. I mean, Gravenberg goes over quite easily, but there's enough contact there. He actually pulls out He does pull out, but there's contact there. The referee's always going to give it, always.
Right, attacking set piece for Liverpool. They were 2-0 down, seemingly out of this game. No Salah, no Ekitike, no Isak. They've got themselves back to 2-2. They've got Manchester United under a bit of pressure. And Szoboszlai just wipes the sweat off his stubbly chin with his Liverpool shirt. Lifts his left arm in the air, runs at the ball, whip on that into the far post. It's loose, Lomans clears it with his right foot off the line. Didn't know much about that, and Fernandes hacks it away with his left boot. Liverpool nearly in front.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what happened there. The ball from Szoboszlai was whipped in with pace in the perfect area. It landed at a melee of feet, and it goes towards Manchester United's goal. And Lomans just looks at the ball, looks down at his feet, and it's there. And it's just about to go over the line, and he just kicks it away. And Man United get away with another one.
McAllister on the turn. Liverpool have the momentum in this second half. Szoboszlai receives the ball, quickly plays it on to Frimpong. Shaw's on the yellow card, got to be a bit careful. Frimpong's trying to go on the outside. Cunha doubles up with Shaw to try and knock Frimpong off the ball. Last touch came off Cunha. He's annoyed again, has a little word with the assistant referee, holds on to the ball for now. A minute to play in the Rugby Union Champions Cup semi-final. Bordeaux lead Bath 39-19, 20-point lead. So that looks like a Bordeaux-Leinster in Bilbao. It's going to be an Ulster-Montpellier final in Rugby Union's Challenge Cup. Here's Gravenberg. Frimpong makes the run. Shaw's got it covered, had to knock it behind for the corner. All Liverpool at the moment.
Yeah, it is. Liverpool have been the much better side, I've got to say. They've come out with a purpose. Manchester United are panicking with their passing, and when they do get players on the ball, they don't seem to be comfortable. Doing a lot of defending at the moment. Szoboszlai's come over to take this, what I would imagine to be an out-swinging corner, because you've got Konate, you've got Van Dijk, you've got Jones on the edge of the box, Gravenberg as well, all in and around the penalty spot on the edge of the box. This could be dangerous for United if the ball's right.
So Szoboszlai gets ready to take the corner from the right. You very rarely see anyone hit a corner with the outside of the right, but I know what you mean, Don. It's going to be an away swinger because he's a right footer taking it from the right. Obviously, the left footer can hit the in swinger. Very rare someone goes for the old outside of the foot. Here it is, into the near post, looking for the flick on, heads to the far post, volleyed away by Fernandes. Chases on here for Wirtz and Ahmad. Wirtz had the head start. He gets there first and passes the ball back to his goalkeeper Freddie Woodman, who's been a bit of a spectator last 10 minutes or so. High ball away to the right, header easily won by Cunha, nods it down the left-hand touchline to Mbumo, shadowed by Gravenberg. Szoboszlai with a tackle, he's hurt himself doing that. The ball's gone out for a Manchester United throw. 20 minutes to play, just a little bit more than that. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. 5 Live, BBC Sounds app, BBC World Service, BBC 2 tonight. The World Snooker Championship final will resume. Second session of the final between Sean Murphy and Wu Giza. Murphy was 3-0 down, but got it back to 4-4. Fernandes caught by Van Dijk. He goes over to say, "Are you okay, mate?" Probably only half meaning it, hauling Bruno Fernandes to his feet. He looks a little bit sore. Free kick, Manchester United.
I don't think there was a half, "Are you okay?" Quarter maybe.
Yeah.
That's all he's getting. Just making sure that Bruno Fernandes doesn't turn there halfway inside the Liverpool half. Van Dijk, the skipper on skipper there. I mean, Bruno Fernandes is still down, ready to take this one now, up on his feet.
Still feel like there's going to be at least another goal.
Agreed, yeah. There's got lots of chances to come in this game. The game's been so frantic and the quality's been good in both final thirds, come Liverpool in second half too.
Free kicks are good 45, 50 yards out, inside right channel. Bruno Fernandes with his right foot. In it goes, free header, straight at the keeper. Casemiro with the header, you would have backed him to at least test Woodman a little more than that. Good contact on the header, but a comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Here's Cunha. To Mainu, back to Cunha again, faces up against Liverpool defenders, just inside that Liverpool half. Mainu, short pass to Fernandes. Mainu makes the run to his left, lays it off to Cunha. Good vision from the Brazilian, fires a low one out to Shaw. Shaw back to Fernandes, 40 yards from goal, drives the swerving diagonal pass into the feet of Ahmed. Support on the outside from Dalot, decides not to use that. Runs it infield, now finds Dalot. Here's Fernandes, pops up, gets the cross in. Van Dijk leaves, backward header from him. Casemiro knocks it down. Konate is there crucially for Liverpool to get a right thigh on the ball and get it away.
from danger, 2-2.
Yeah, just didn't have the support he needed there. Casemiro on the far post. He nods it across the goal. I think the keeper actually thinks that he's got to go out.
Pace is relentless. Kirkes forward for Liverpool. Fernandes got the ball there off Leeds, came in from behind, made the tackle. Free kick given to... Rochdale 2, Scunthorpe 1, full-time. Rochdale against Boreham Wood at Wembley, Sunday the 10th of May. So that's a week today for a place in the Football League to join York City. Now, just to add to the entertainment and the excitement, 17-year-old Rio Ungamoa is about to get onto the field, and there's some talent in those boots, I can tell you. Right, free kick Liverpool. Soboslai, who has scored 4 direct free kicks this season. Manchester United going to make a change too shortly. Will he have a go from here? I wonder, actually. It's on the angle from the inside left channel, and it's probably about 30 yards out, but he can hit them. And one of these ones, if he gets it well and it takes a nick, could be a really nasty one for Lomans, this. Liverpool have the big men waiting at the far post as well. Let's see what Soboslai decides to do. I think he might have a pop. Stands with his arms limply hanging by his side, runs at the ball, right-footed, oh, he did as well. The wall comes flying out, it's a block from Casemiro or Dalot. Soboslai complains they were nowhere near 10 yards away when the ball was struck. Shaw heads it away. Now that is a yellow card for Curtis Jones. Cunha trying to get onto a ball inside his own half. Liverpool were open at the back. Jones gets booked. Dion Dublin.
Yeah, I just think Jones knew that he was in behind Mbeumo there, pulls him back and gets himself a yellow card. I mean, now we've had Man United dominating the first half, Liverpool dominating the second half so far, especially with the goals and chances and enthusiasm.
Right, Ungamoa coming on for Frimpong, and this will be a popular return for Manchester United. He made a real impression late under Ruben Amorim and in the early days of Michael Carrick. The 21-year-old Dane Patrick Dorgu, who's missed the last 11 games. His last appearance was in the 3-2 win at Arsenal back on the 25th of January. He'll come on for Brian Mbeumo. Full-time Bordeaux Bath. Chris Jones.
Bordeaux going to Bilbao Ali. Bordeaux 38, Bath 26. They scored a try through Mathieu at the end, just to clinch it. Bath did score last through Carl Smith, but that 12-point gap was kind of here for most of the second half. Bordeaux too strong. Bath did plenty right, but in the end you've got to be almost faultless to win against this Bordeaux team in a stadium like this with a crowd like this. It's Bordeaux-Leinster in a few weeks' time. Bordeaux 38, Bath 26.
Thank you, Chris. Right-footed clearance from deep for Manchester United goes out of play. Throw into Liverpool. 15 minutes to play. You heard the reception for Dorgu coming on there. Producer Gary says Bruno Fernandes to interview loveliest man in the world. Warm, kind, funny, gentle.
He is a lovely man, having seen him at the training ground. So, you know, he's a proper captain off the pitch as well. Takes charge of everything.
Kanate forward to Soboslai inside the Liverpool half. Clever back heel finds Gravenberg. Gravenberg to McAllister. Diagonal ball, looking for the runner Kirkes down the left. Dalot back-pedalling, gets in the right position to head it to Maguire. Dalot has to work to keep the Maguire pass in play. Gakpo, sliding challenge on Dalot. Didn't get the man or ball. Casemiro, man on, they shout. He didn't see him coming. Bruno Fernandes steps in to save the day. Manchester United recycle, taking deep breaths, trying to find the energy for the last 15 minutes of this game. But what am I talking about? Because they've only played 37 games of football so far this season. Dorgu to Mainu. This is Liverpool's 54th game of the season. Mainu into Cunha, back to goal, 25 yards out. Good run and pass, finds Shaw on the left. One touch, in comes the cross towards the far post. Ahmad nods it down, looking for Casemiro. Right for the Mainu!
Well, they didn't need telling, they knew exactly who got that goal. That'll mean so much to Mainu in a game like this. So much composure walking onto it, just passes it into the bottom corner. Sliding challenge came in from Soberslide, but it wasn't enough to put Mainu off. Last time he scored a goal for Manchester United was in that famous 5-4 win against Lyon in April last year. That is a massive goal in a massive game. Manchester United lead 3-2, and probably the first show of emotion this afternoon from the manager, Michael Carrick, as well.
Arms are raised above his head, and then that little bit of a double fist pump either side of his waist as well as he looked back at the bench in the technical area. He wanted more energy, he got more energy. The substitution obviously kicked those players into gear. Liverpool back on the ball. They have been the better team, I've got to say, Liverpool, second half.
Manchester United 3, Liverpool 2. 12 minutes of this bedlam to go, plus added time. Liverpool back on the attack. Noise ringing in our ears inside this stadium. Ahmad chests the ball down to Dalot. Dalot brings it away from the right-back position. Gakpo is sticking with him, battles for the ball. Dalot runs it over the line. Throw in for Liverpool. Not heard Old Trafford like this for a while, actually.
I agree with you. I mean, Liverpool fans have, in the second half, of this singing who are Man United, and Man United have come out and got themselves a goal, and they're singing who are Man United. In return, in this game, there's still chances to go in this game, I've got to say.
Oh, Ungamoa's found McAllister. McAllister tackled by Mainu. There he is again at the other end of the field with a really important contribution. Couldn't get a look in under Ruben Amorim. I think it's featured in all but one under Michael Carrick. And has scored the goal at the moment that is going to give Manchester United the win. But Liverpool might have something to say about that. Wirtz with the ball under the studs of his right boot over on the left wing. Here's Soberslide. Soberslide to Van Dijk. Soberslide again. Across to Canate. Ungamoa receives it on the right. Moves away from Shaw. Looking for Gravenberg. Manchester United are onto them. Mateus Cunha driving forward. Fernandes to his right. Dorgu to his left. Here's Dorgu. Goes down in the penalty area, but sort of fell over the ball there. So no chance of a penalty, and then Fernandes goes sliding in on Soberslide. That is not a good tackle from Bruno Fernandes, and Alexis McAllister immediately in Darren England's ear and is asking for the yellow card, which, well, maybe he's not, because you're not allowed to do that. But certainly the referee has decided to go to his pocket, and Manchester United's captain will be booked.
Yeah, that was a little bit lazy from Bruno there. I think there was a little bit of frustration in that they chose the wrong decision for the break. Dorgu just couldn't find his feet in the box. Yeah, is there a lot in that? What he does do, Bruno Fernandes, he tackles ahead of the ball, and he just catches Szoboszlai's left ankle with his studs of the right boot. So he does catch him. Nothing too bad at all. Yellow card, that's right, get on with the game.
Well, it's been a classic between these two again. Manchester United leading 3-2. Freddie Woodman, the Liverpool keeper, immediately under pressure from the Liverpool free kick. Tight spot for Curtis Jones, does well. Passes across his own penalty area to McAllister. Forward to Kirkes. Ahmad busting a gut to get back there. Kirkes quickly on to Ungamoa. Liverpool players getting forward. Ungamoa, tricky feet. Right-footed shot, all wide. Low and wide, curling back towards the target. It goes behind for the goal kick.
Yeah, it does go behind. As soon as Ungamoa gets the ball down the left-hand side, we know what he wants to do. Drops his left shoulder, cuts inside, tries to curl it in the far corner. The worrying thing was, is Lovren looks over his left shoulder as if to say, have I got my angles right?
Match of the day, BBC One, 10:30. You've not been able to watch any of this afternoon. Hopefully you've been listening to all of it with us. Check out the highlights, they'll be available on the BBC iPlayer as well. Two more big games coming your way tomorrow on 5 Live. 3 o'clock, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest. 5:30, Hearts against Rangers. Hearts on 73 points, along with Celtic, who won 2-1 at Hibs today. Rangers start on 69. Hearts and Rangers have played a game fewer. Updates of Villa Spurs tonight. Into commentary of the Miami Grand Prix, and then 6:06, Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage will take the calls on the usual number, 08085 909 693. Gakpo, first touch slightly loose, gets away with it. McAllister, Soberslide, the pass to Soberslide wasn't the best. Slid forward, tried to control it. It's found its way to Wirtz on the right. The Liverpool attack is still going. Jones is curling cross in, easily headed away by Dalot. Gravenberch is there. Side foots a pass in the body of Fernandez. Cunha decides to keep that in by hooking it over his shoulder. Jones tries something clever that doesn't work. And then the flick from Bruno Fernandes, the Rabona flick to try and pull off the pass to Dorgu, doesn't quite come off.
Nah, that would have come off. That would have been pretty. That's the only thing he's done wrong today, Bruno Fernandes. A little bit of skinny tries there with Bona into Dorgu, didn't come off at all. Gives the ball to Liverpool, and they've been patient, Liverpool, in the second half when they've had the ball.
Ball runs to Gravenberch. Manchester United lead Liverpool 3-2, but they're defending at the moment. Here's Wirtz on the right, just creeps into the penalty area here. Shaw standing in his way. Curtis Jones in support, short pass to Wirtz. They've moved outside the box now, still on the right. Soboslai involved. First time to Wirtz, dummies the cross, takes it on the inside of Dorgu. Soboslai. Flick from him, behind him to Jones. All on the right-hand side for Liverpool. Soboslai trying to make space on the edge of the area. Slides in. Fernandes runs into the referee. Was getting to that ball. Was blocked by the referee. He complains vociferously. Liverpool keep playing. Ungamoa's pass. Gakpo shoots on the turn. It's weak. It's straight at Lobbles. I'll tell you what, Fernandes, you're going to have to be a bit careful with what he says. He's on a yellow card.
Yeah, and what he's doing is he's demonstrating right in front of the referee's face with his arms and his facial expressions. He's turned away a few times with his arms, making sure the referee doesn't see exactly what he's saying.
Attendance, 74,027 have had the privilege of being inside this stadium this afternoon to watch this game. Manchester United leading. A draw in this one, good enough for Champions League football next season. Bournemouth 3-0 winners over Crystal Palace, up to 6th in the Premier League. So Liverpool are going to need a few more points after this one to confirm Champions League football for themselves next season. 6 minutes plus added time remaining. Casemiro breaks play up inside his own half, runs away from Gakpo. Gakpo's brought him down. Casemiro's going to stay down. Gakpo's going to get burnt. Don't need any encouragement. Everyone is so engaged with this game.
Every time the referee stops the game, it doesn't matter which way it's going to go. There's Man United fans in front of us looking at the referee, clapping the referee, having a go at the referee. Everybody, as you say, has got their eyes on this game. They don't know how it's going to end yet. There's still a few more twists and turns in this one, Ali.
Yeah. Joshua Zirkzee getting ready to come on for Manchester United. They took Sesko off at half-time. John Barnes is in the house, everyone. He's deciding to leave 5 minutes before the end. Shaw's pass to Dorgu. Dorgu's cross on the left, blocked. Here's Jones. Jones for Liverpool just chips it away. Wirtz is able to bring it under control. Wide on the right, keeps it in play. Finds Soboslai. Soboslai needs support. Casemiro, brilliant job for Manchester United again. Casemiro at the grand old age of 34, holding his own in the blood and thunder of Manchester United Liverpool. Mainu on the dribble. Looking for that switch pass to Cunha. That was blocked end to end at the moment. Here's Gakpo. Gakpo to Ungamoa. Ungamoa on the left. Chased by Casemiro again. Oh, brilliant from Ungamoa. Flicks it over the slide tackle from Dalot. Pass Casemiro again. Pass Maguire. Can't keep it in. Slightly overruns it. Brilliant run from the 17-year-old. Couldn't quite finish it off.
It was great to watch. I don't know, he sort of lulled in those Man United players to make a tackle. And he chipped it over the legs and finally goes round the other one. He thinks that he's got him, and he goes round, then gets to the touchline. Just overhits it, otherwise he was going to try and pick out a teammate. But yeah, he's got talent, that's for sure.
So a couple of changes coming, one for Liverpool, one for Manchester United. Matheus Cunha is coming off for the home team. Zirkzee will replace him. Gravenberch is being called over for instructions, and Konate is coming off for Chiesa. So Liverpool, quite rightly, going to go for it. 4 minutes plus added time remaining. Manchester United on their way to a double over Liverpool for the first time in a decade. United 3, Liverpool 2, and at the moment the goal that is going to settle this has come from the right boot of Kobbie Mainoo in this second half. Play is back underway. The goal came in the 77th minute. And we're now into the 87th. Dalot clears with his left foot. Dorgu chases. Gravenberch under pressure. Lets the ball bounce. That is risky. Hoists it up in the air. Foul, apparently, says the referee. Gakpo, beg your pardon. Gravenberch puts the ball down. Takes the free kick. Forward to McAllister. Urgency now about Liverpool, as there has been, to be fair to them,
all second half, and then the stadium just falls to a hush because the ball at the moment is on the centre circle at the right boot of Van Dijk. Slow pass from him across to Curtis Jones. 2.5 minutes plus added time remaining. With you through until 6 o'clock on 5 Live Sport, and then the F1 team will take over for full commentary of the Miami Grand Prix, followed by 6:06 McAllister. Manchester United have dropped deep here. Ball forward to Kirkes, who's trying to hold off Ahmad, gives it to Ungamo. He's got the beating of Dalot there, goes past him a second time. Dalot slides in, gets the ball, but Ungamo is still fighting for it, manages to poke it back here to Kirkes. Kirkes to McAllister, across to Van Dijk, and Liverpool are going to have to find a different way through. McAllister, inside left channel, looking for Ungamoa. Ungamoa might cross this early from the left, no. Strokes it back to McAllister. Van Dijk again is the pivot in the middle of the Manchester United half. Forward from Jones. Passes off target. Manchester United able to bring it away. Fernandes first time ball, asking a lot of Dorgu to chase that. Wirtz will get there first. Plays it back to Freddie Woodman.
Yeah, United having to be in really good shape now, because all this possession in the last 2 or 3 minutes has been Liverpool trying to find a way through. United just trying to break it up and trying to get any attack at all.
Manchester United would love a fourth to kill it. They're on the ball with Ahmad. Ahmad plays back to Casemiro. He sees the space on the left. Dorgu's first touch. Shoot, they scream at Old Trafford. He's going to, and he's going to hook it well wide of the target. And behind for the Liverpool goal kick. So I think we're now into the 90th minute of the game. 5 minutes of added time coming. Just 6 minutes left of this fabulous semi-football.
I can't believe the second half has gone so quickly. There's been so much happening in this game, and the quality of the game in both final thirds, for Man United in the first half and Liverpool in the second half, has been great.
Yeah, and they'll be aiming for loftier things next season. Both teams going to end up empty-handed this season. Title being fought between Arsenal and Manchester City. Manchester City next in action tomorrow night. Updates of that game into the Monday Night Club. They're away at Everton. Manchester United get the decision here. Maguire's right arm shoots up in the air. Our ball, he shouts. Manchester United get the throw, and Dalot, tortoise-like, creeps his way towards that ball on the cone, just off the pitch on the right. Then he throws it in towards Fernandes, who knew Gravenberch was coming in behind, but Gravenberch managed to stick a leg and get a foot on the ball. Shaw makes the tackle. Mainoo's pass out to Ahmad. Ahmad is down on the floor, fouled by Kirkes. Free kick Manchester United, who really had to ride a Liverpool storm in this second half, but have found a way to get themselves back in front.
Yeah, they've done well. They've had to weather a half-an-hour storm from Liverpool when they came out of the blocks absolutely flying, and they've got themselves a very good goal from Kobbie Mainoo on the edge of the box. But, I still think Liverpool have got to get something in regards to breakaway chance.
Here's Fernandes, tries something ambitious there on the half volley, claims he was caught inside the penalty area, down in pain. Liverpool keep playing, referee's not going to stop the game for this. Fernandes is sitting up, saying he needs attention here. Liverpool not bothered, Darren England not bothered. Now Freddie Woodman pointed there to the left, but I think Liverpool think they're okay to keep going here. Definitely not a head injury. Manchester United fans, you can hear the cheers and the whistles. They'll be more intent on their team defend and keep Liverpool out. Kirkes left-hand side, looking for the cutback, deflected into the arms of Lamans at the near post. Fernandes is back on his feet, holds his arms out wide as if to say, well, why is no one bothered about me? And he's hobbling back, feeling very sorry for himself towards the halfway line. Lamans clears it straight out of play, throw-in for Liverpool.
He's looking... He couldn't walk any slower. He's got to get himself back into a defensive position. He's shouting at the referee again.
Well, he's on a yellow card.
He's got to be really careful there. The referee is hearing and seeing everything in the referee.
Yeah, I think any more of that, you could see a late red card for Bruno Fernandes. Here's McAllister on the ball for Liverpool inside the Manchester United half. We've already played a couple of minutes of the 5 minutes of added time. So Liverpool have got about 3 minutes left here to try and find themselves a goal, hold themselves back into it with the goals from Soboslai and Gakpo early in the second half. Here's Curtis Jones. Jones on the right, red shirts, lined across the pitch in front of him. Wirtz tries to find space wide on the right. Jones can see him, passes to him. Wirtz has Luke Shaw in front of him. Can he beat his man? Shaw stands his ground. It comes back to Soboslai. Gravenberg in support on the left, but Liverpool just going to cross the pitch here. Kirkes to Ungamoa. It needs a little bit of magic. It needs clever pass or a bit of skill to beat a man.
Yeah, I agree. I think the way they'll get into it is getting the ball to Ungamoa and make something happen for them, a chance or something.
Calling for it now, wide on the left. Chiesa's found him. Manchester United treble up on the 17-year-old. Ungamoa's running away from Casemiro. Casemiro can't stick with him. Ungamoa passes back to Soboslai's behind him. Soboslai's forced backwards. Xerxes comes racing towards him. Soboslai keeps it to Wirtz. Xerxes does well. Wirtz gets a toe on the ball. Gakpo round the corner to Wirtz. Space on the left-hand side here for Kirkes. Takes a touch. Ahmed comes in to try and get in front of him. Cross comes in from Chiesa. Oh, he nearly found Van Dijk, who left high in the air, couldn't get a header on the ball. Xerxes now on the ball, corner of his own box. Fernandes sets off on a run down the left. Dorgu's fouled, picks himself up, keeps going, but the free kick is against Dorgu. So Liverpool will have a free kick just inside the Manchester United half, 2 minutes to play.
I wasn't quite sure which way that free kick was going to go, because Dorgu thought he'd out-muscled, I think it was Jones, and Jones goes down and Dorgu goes down, and then there's a hush. Which way is it going? It goes Liverpool's way.
Manchester United 3, Liverpool 2. United were 2-0 up, totally in control at half-time. Liverpool got it back to 2-2. Mainu scored the third. Free kick Liverpool. Soboslai, hands on hips. 2 minutes to play. Soboslai curls it into the box, headed away by Casemiro, greeted with huge cheers inside Old Trafford. Shaw nods it down. Dorgu's going to be beaten to that by Chiesa, who lets the ball run out of play. That'll be a Liverpool throw onto the chest of Wirtz. Fernandes saw it, actually got in there, intercepts, and then to the fans in this Savoy Charlton stand, raises his arms and says, "Come on, we need you for the last couple of minutes." Clear reaction, that.
What a response from the fans behind the dugouts there. Bruno Fernandes getting his team a throw-in. That's all it was. It was a throw-in. But the passion from the... Here we go. That's good play. That's very clever play from Michael Carrick.
Bruno Fernandes is finally taken out of the action. Centre stage as ever. One of those players, if he plays for your team, you absolutely adore him. If he's against you, he properly winds you up. Chiesa thinks he's taking way too long to get off the pitch. Fernandes having none of it. He's running the show here. He's turning 360 degrees and applauding the Manchester United fans. Taken off for his own good in the end, I think. And Michael Carrick just says, "Calm down, son." Taps him on the back of the head. Good job. And on comes Lenny Yoro. So the 5 minutes of added time are pretty much up, Dion.
Yeah, I think Bruno's still moaning to the fourth official as he comes off.
Maybe he's telling Michael Carrick to sit down. I'll take care of this last couple of minutes.
All under control, boss. I've got it.
Now, can Manchester United get a fourth? This place will go wild if this goes in. Ahmad brings it forward. Dallo on his right. Dallo's poor one. It's off target. It goes behind for a goal kick, but Liverpool surely out of tape.
Yeah, I mean, Ahmad's ball to Dallo was slightly wide. Dallo flashes at it. It must have been shattered. He ran 50, 60 yards. All the whistles now for the Man United fans.